Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
ये खराब है क्या बोलते हो?
मेरे पास आए प्रभु, पढ़ू मैं? Okay. So we will be reading third canto, 15 chapter, shloka number 45, 42. 42. अत्रोपर्षितम् इति चोत्समितम् इंदिराया स्वानामधिया विरचितं बहु सौष्ठवाद्यमो मह्यम भावस्य भावतं च भजन्तम् अंगम नेमुरो निरीक्षण वितृप्त दृशो मूढ़ा कहे. Translation of this shloka by Srila Prabhupada. The exquisite beauty of Narayana, being many times magnified by the intelligence of his devotees, was so attractive that it defeated the pride of the goddess of fortune in being the most beautiful. My dear demigods, the Lord who thus manifested himself is worshipable by me, by Lord Shiva and by all of you. The sages regarded him with unsatiated eyes and joyously bowed their heads at his lotus feet. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. The beauty of the Lord was so enchanting that it could not be sufficiently described. The goddess of fortune is supposed to be the most beautiful sight within the spiritual and material creations of the Lord. She has a sense of being the most beautiful. Yet her beauty was defeated when the Lord appeared. In other words, the beauty of the goddess of fortune is secondary in the presence of the Lord. In the words of Vaishnava poets, it is said that the Lord's beauty is so enchanting that it defeats hundreds of thousands of cupids. He is therefore called Madan Mohana. It is also described that the Lord sometimes becomes mad after the beauty of Radharani. Poets describe that under those circumstances, although Lord Krishna is Madan Mohana, he becomes Madanadaha, or enchanted by the beauty of Radharani. Actually, the Lord's beauty is super excellent, surpassing even the beauty of Lakshmi in Vaikuntha. The devotees of the Lord in the Vaikuntha planets want to see the Lord as the most beautiful, but the devotees in Gokula or Krishna Loka want to see the Radharani as more beautiful than Krishna. The adjustment is that the Lord, being Bhakta Vatsala, or one who wants to please his devotees, assumes such features so that devotees like Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva and other demigods may be pleased. Here also for the devotee sages, the Kumaras, the Lord appeared in his most beautiful feature, and they continued to see him without satiation and wanted to continue seeing him more and more. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरु तन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमो नमः. So my topic is the beauty of the Supreme Lord. So 5 minutes I will tell the definition of the word beauty itself. The dictionary meaning of the beauty indicates which satiates or pleases the senses. It is for non-devotees. That meaning is that dictionary is made for non-devotees. But for the devotees of the Lord, this meaning will never fulfill. The beauty definition will definitely satisfy the senses, but it will not satisfy the common sense, that is heart. So the devotees who are in devotion are doing devotion not physically, but they are engaging or try to engage their heart in devotion. In this our course we have studied the chapter The Change in Heart. So beautiful topic. Until and unless we will bring change in heart, our bhakti will be like a parrot, just lip servicing, chanting will go on since many years, but no changes will come in heart. So the beauty of Lord is an introvert, spiritually introvert topic rather than extrovert. We know that through Lord Brahma created two machines, and with the help of that male-female machines, now the whole world is inundated with the population, but heartless. Because until and unless the realization of the Supreme Lord is not there within the heart, so this population will continuously grow like cats and dogs. So deep understanding is there before the understanding of this beautiful topic, beauty of the Supreme Lord. These two machines, male, female, are not just machine. These two machines has produced the innumerable, unbelievable machines in this world, which is creating more and more problems. And these two natural machines created by Brahma are still day by day falling in great difficulties. So therefore, understanding of this machine, how this is working, just downloaded lecture is there inside, and it is coming out from mouth. How word by word is adjusting when the speaker is speaking, and in the audience's heart, how the meaning gets matched with each and other. So with this tiny brain, is it possible to describe the beauty of the cause of the all causes, Supreme Personality of Godhead? We know that 5 elements of nature, earth, water, ether, fire, and air, we just read in books, but practically, if we will try to understand with our heart, the dimensions of these 5 elements is very huge. And for understanding that requires the faith. Faith is an important element. 6th element is faith. Faith is an important element in the search of knowledge. Many times we read shloka, Sarvasya chaham hrudi sannivishto matta smritir jnanam apohanam cha vedescha sarvar aham vaidya vedanta krit vedavid aham. Many times we are reading, and the meaning also we knows. Lord tells, I am there in everyone's heart. I am situated in everyone's heart. Vedas are created by me. So this is just becoming the lip service. So deep understanding from the heart. Lord is situated in everyone's heart. So just faith is needed. Okay, so now the beauty of the Supreme Lord. Now we have read this shloka, 3rd canto, 15th chapter, shloka 42. Translation so beautiful. Krishna means the most attractive, full with 6 opulences. And the beauty among these 6 opulences, beauty, this is nothing but the image of the Krishna is most attracted, got attracted to the most beautiful Srimati Radharani. So change in heart is so much deeply needed for understanding the beauty of the Lord. Many times, because our heart is just 3 inches in width, but the deep whole cosmos is residing inside the heart. The Supreme Personality is residing in the heart. We don't know the dimensions of the Lord. It is infinite. Then how it is possible that infinite dimensional Supreme Lord is situated in this 3-inch heart? Is it possible? Yes, is it possible? By this shloka just I told Sarvasya Chaham. So just faith is needed. Until and unless we have faith, our devotional life will not move fast. So the only understanding for the Supreme Lord, infinite, the Lord is so infinite that we can't see the beauty of the Lord with our this tiny eyes. So God has transformed himself to him in his name. Hare Krishna mantra, when we are chanting, the Supreme Lord's beautiful form comes in our heart, but we should be ready to receive that beautiful form of the Lord. So before that, cleanliness is required in that room. There is dirtiness is present. How the beautiful Lord will come inside? So chanting is the process of cleaning the heart. We are filtering is going on day by day. Many kleshas are there in heart, that all anarthas has to be cleaned up. Then only in this beautiful temple the Supreme Lord will enter, and we will realize how much beautiful the Lord is. Every day, in all the moment, this topic, beauty of the Supreme Lord, is going on everywhere. Big munis, demigods are bewildered. They are astonished. So much beauty of the Lord is there that this topic will never end. Just in half an hour, few words, we can describe one, but all over the cosmos, everywhere this beautiful topic of the Lord is going on, but this will never come to an end. Everything at the annihilation, during the annihilation, everything will get destroyed. Everything, all temples, all mathas, just the beauty of the Lord will be present here. So this, in this topic, the Supreme Lord's beauty, for understanding for that, we needs the proper devotional service and the best yogis among many types of yogis, karma yogis, jnana yogis, dhyana yogis. Bhakti yogas are the topmost. Prabhupada in every class shouts from the heart, do bhakti. Bhakti yogi is the topmost one. 6th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, 47 shloka. Yoginam api sarvesham madgatantaratmana shraddhavan bhajata yo mam same yuktatma mata. We are reading shlokas just like lip service, understanding just one shloka with from the core of our heart will very quickly change our spiritual life. So deep understanding of each shloka, word by word, is needed. The distance is very small for understanding the each word of shloka, but it is the first step which is difficult, which makes us difficult. Once the changes comes in our heart, then the devotion starts from that day. So far we are practicing, we are waiting for that day. When that day will come, change in heart will come, then we will realize the Supreme Paramatma is residing in our heart. So for understanding the beauty of the Lord, the name Lord has given for chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, we chant daily. Transcendental sound is there in that mantra. We have to hear very carefully that transcendental sound. Whole blood within the body, nerves, muscles, everything, all organs will understand that Supreme Personality is there in the body. So transcendental vibration is there in the mantra, but careful, attentively chanting is needed. So question arises, many times devotees asked me, how the change in heart? What is the point that which brings us change in heart? So this just faith is an important element. That is the first thing. And the second one is carefully listening, feel the sound. Try to distinguish between the sweet and non-sweet sound. We know that this big organization, which is the topmost in the world, standing on only two topics, chanting and dancing. So in this chanting, every time in all the classes, Prabhupada is stressing the more importance for the chanting. Until and unless we will chant attentively, we will not realize the supreme beauty who is residing in our heart. When once the change in heart comes, then the beauty of the Lord we will realize. The form of the Lord is so enchanting that Cupid, Madana, who came to defeat the Lord, to divert the mind of the Lord, instead he got diverted by the Lord. Then the Madana Mohana name came to the Lord. So in beauty and love, there is no difference in beauty and love. Love means beauty and beauty means love. So daily we decorate the Lord very beautifully. So people comes in the temple, after going outside, what a beautiful Lord inside. They decorates very beautifully. These words they utter here and there. So if we will not decorate the Lord, even after the Lord is the original Krishna is so beautiful, and we know that before the birth of Krishna, the Krishna name came after the Krishna's birth. Krishna was existed before his name also. In the same way, we don't just stick to this word beauty, because this beauty is existed before the creation of the world. Etymology is the science of the creation of words. We don't just take the dictionary meanings of the words. All the meanings were there before its creation. The first understanding, the Lord is the birth of the Lord who was existed before the name Krishna. In the same way, this Krishna, our Krishna, is addressed as the most beautiful Lord, and Srimati Radharani is the most beautiful personality whom the God loves so much, and Radharani is nothing but the internal energy of the Lord. So chanting and dancing, Prabhupada gives more stress. So just I am repeating, because in many classes of the Prabhupada, I heard that in between Prabhupada gives stress more importance for chanting. Carefully, attentively chanting, he tells. So just we should go try to improve our chanting, then we will realize the Lord is so beautiful, so beautiful. Sometimes the blind devotee who don't have the eyes, he describes how much the beauty, he describes the beauty of the Lord so beautifully. But we have the eyes, daily we take darshan, but that much magic is not coming in our heart, because the presence of inner heart, inner eyes are not there. So that is possible only by bringing change in heart. So realize the chanting attentively, each and every syllable. We should feel the sound, because by chanting we can transform this heart, which is made up of steel, into a soft heart. The heart is so hard. It is very strong than steel. And our chanting process is like burning all the anarthas. There is a big ocean of fear is hidden in heart. Angry, lust, envy, these are dangerous elements are present in the heart. Today, when Prabhuji was giving Bhagavatam class in the temple, how he was describing the pains Prabhupada took when he went abroad, how determined he was, where he was sitting for translation, vomiting, urine, everything was present, but his determination was so strong. That's why today we are sitting in marble room and gives classes of Bhagavatam. The first person, the founder Acharya, took so many pains for fulfilling his desire mission. We should very soon bring changes in us. Every moment, millions are getting corrupted by Maya. So we are the responsible ones. We are the representatives of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So the only and final solution for understanding the beauty of the Lord is attentive chanting. Attentive chanting. It is not that it is not possible. Everything is possible. Just faith is needed. If you have found faith, please try to understand the faith is just 5 letters word, F-A-I-T-H. But deep understanding will take more than 7 hours. In your free time, try to understand the word faith, determination. It will help you in your spiritual life. Just reading is in books like college reading is not enough. We are more advanced than the scientists, all material tycoons, big people, politicians. They don't know the shloka of a Bhagavatam, but they attract the million people in their political propaganda. Then how it is possible that we can't do that? We can't attract the millions people because we have the power of the spirituality. We can defeat that big politicians. This is challenged by the Bhaktivinoda Thakur, who tells during the election result time, they sleep only 2-3 hours, so ecstatic to wait for their result. So we are more advanced to them. But just the realization of the mantra will help us in our advance in spirituality, and by chanting attentively, sensation comes in our heart which stimulates our whole body for dancing. Is another gift of the Lord, is the beautiful energy of the Lord, dance. So we should never hesitate for dancing. Outside peoples are most attracted for dancing and music, but their attraction is a material music and material sound. So we can divert their mind, because we also have the powerful gifts of spiritual dancing and spiritual music. So we can bring back all the karmis and get connected to Krishna consciousness. We should never hesitate, because they already attracted for music and dance. So what is going on in every ISKCON temple? Beautiful Hare Krishna mantra, which is beautiful music is there in that mantra. So by that music, we can divert the mind of the non-devotees And dancing is another gift of the Lord. Outside people, they pay money in DJ clubs for dancing. So we in ISKCON, we devotees also dance. So we can bring them. But before that, that fire, that enthusiastic fire is needed in us. Ecstatic dance, just we read and we tell for the youth, ecstatic dance. But what is that ecstatic dance? We have did that. Nayanam galadashru dharaya, daily we read. But have you realized the tears came in our eyes or not? Just reading every morning, like lip service. So realization is needed. Please bring a change in heart, and we can see the beauty of the Lord in our heart. Thank you, Hare Krishna. Any questions?
Okay, no questions, feedback? Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you. Thank you for your good class on the beauty of the Lord. And you covered some good points about the description of the Lord's beauty and how we can realize the Lord's beauty by attentive chanting of the holy names and taking part in the process given by Srila Prabhupada. So thank you for your important points on this topic. Let's show appreciation to Sadhu Prabhu. Haribo. Hare Krishna. Next.
Hare Krishna. So reading from Bhagavatam, this is Canto 1, Chapter 1, Text number 1.
So Prabhu, see, this is not Bhagavatam class.
Okay.
Or you want to take this, you have to do last time Bhagavatam class also, no?
Yes.
So you want to consider this Bhagavatam class or presentation?
Bhagavatam class.
Okay. If it is Bhagavatam class, then you have some extra time.
Okay.
Then you have time to recite the verse and read the translation and read one paragraph of the purport, and then your time will start.
And Prabhuji, word to word meaning?
No.
Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna.
Line by line verse. सब बोलेंगे.
जन्मादि यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्चार्थेषु अभिज्ञः स्वराट् तेने ब्रह्मा हृदयादिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरया तेजो वारिमृदं यथा विनिमयत्र त्रिसर्गो अमृषा धाम्ना सेवना सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. O my Lord Sri Krishna, Son of Vasudeva, all-pervading personality of Godhead, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. I meditate upon Lord Sri Krishna because He is the absolute truth and the primeval cause of all causes of the creation, sustenance and destruction of the manifested universes. He is directly and indirectly conscious of all manifestations, and He is independent because there is no other cause beyond Him. It is He only who first imparted the Vedic knowledge unto the heart of Brahmaji, the original living being. By Him even the great sages and demigods are placed into illusion, as one is bewildered by the illusory representations of water seen in fire or land seen on water. Only because of Him do the material universes, temporarily manifested by the reactions of the three modes of nature, appear factual, although they are unreal. I therefore meditate upon Him, Lord Sri Krishna, who is eternally existent in the transcendental abode, which is forever free from the illusory representations of the material world. I meditate upon Him, for He is the absolute truth. Purport. Obeisances unto the personality of Godhead Vasudeva directly indicate Lord Sri Krishna, who is the divine son of Vasudeva and Devaki. This fact will be more explicitly explained in the text of this work. Sri Vyasdeva asserts herein that Sri Krishna is the original personality of Godhead, and all others are His direct or indirect plenary portions or portions of the portion. Srila Jiva Goswami has even more explicitly explained the subject matter in his Krishna Sandarbha. And Brahma, the original living being, has explained the subject of Sri Krishna substantially in his treatise named Brahma Samhita. In the Samaveda Upanishad, it is also stated that Lord Sri Krishna is the divine son of Devaki. Therefore, in this prayer, the first proposition holds that Lord Sri Krishna is the primeval Lord. And if any transcendental nomenclature is to be understood as belonging to the absolute personality of Godhead, it must be the name indicated by the word Krishna, which means the all-attractive. In Bhagavad Gita, in many places, the Lord asserts Himself to be the original personality of Godhead. And this is confirmed by Arjuna and also by great sages like Narad Muni, Vyasdeva and many others. In the Padma Purana, it is also stated that out of the innumerable names of the Lord, the name of Krishna is the principal one. Vasudeva indicates the plenary portion of the personality of Godhead, and all the different forms of the Lord being identical with Vasudeva are indicated in this text. The name Vasudeva particularly indicates the divine son of Vasudeva and Devaki. Sri Krishna is always meditated upon by the Paramahamsas, who are the perfected ones among those in the renounced order of life. Om Ajnana Timrandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namane. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschat Desatarine. Jaya Shri Vancha Kalpatrubhesya Kripa Sindhu Bhevacha Patitanam Pavane Bhyo Vaishnave Bhyo Namo Namah. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण. So in introduction, Srila Prabhupada writes, in modern age, Lord Chaitanya preached message of Srimad Bhagavatam by practical demonstration. It is easier to penetrate into topics of Srimad Bhagavatam through medium of Chaitanya's causeless mercy. So this verse, Janma Adi Yasya Yataha, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has also spoken about this. When Sanatana Goswami asked Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, how can I know who is incarnation of Kali Yuga? So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told that in every yuga, one can know the Supreme Personality of Godhead through scripture. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spoke this sloka, Bhagavata Arambe Vyasa Mangala Charan Ishvara Nirupila Ei Dui Lakshana. In auspicious invocation at the beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam, Srila Vyasdev has described the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So according to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, this verse is Mangala Charana Vyasadev. And Kaviraj Goswami tells, what is the purpose of Mangala Charan? Sei Mangala Charana hai Trividha Prakar, Vastu Nirdesh Asirvad Namaskar. So Mangala Charan has three purposes. First is defining the objective, the main subject matter of the book. Second is offering benedictions to the readers, that is Namaskar. And third is second is Asirvad, third is Namaskar, offering respectful obeisances to various personalities. And then Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Akriti Prakriti Sarup Sarupa Lakshana, Kare Dwara Jnane Tatastha Lakshana. Bodily features, nature and forms are the personal characteristics, Sarupa Lakshan. The knowledge of his activities provides marginal characteristics. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says this first verse can be divided into two aspects. There is Sarupa Lakshan and Tatastha Lakshan. So what are the Sarup Lakshan? Akriti, Prakriti, Sarup. So Akriti means various features of bodily features of the Lord. Prakriti means nature, spiritual and material. Sarupa means form. And what is Tatastha Lakshan? It's knowledge of his activity. And then Lord Chaitanya further says, Ei asloke param sabde Krishna nirupan, satyam sabde kahetar sarupa lakshan. So by the word param, Lord Chaitanya says, Vyasdev has indicated Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And by word satyam, Vyasdev is telling about different qualities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And then Lord Chaitanya says about Tatastha Lakshana, Vishwa Srishti Adi Kaila Ved Brahma ke Padhaila, Artha Vigyata Swarup Saktaye Maya Dura Kaila. In that same verse, it is stated that the Lord is the creator, maintainer and annihilator of the cosmic manifestation, and that he educated Lord Brahma to create the universe by infusing him with knowledge of the Vedas. It is also stated that Lord has full knowledge directly and indirectly, that he knows past, present and future, that his personal energy is separate from Maya, the illusory energy. These are various activities that are mentioned in this verse, as verse begins, Janma adi asya yataha. And then Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Ei sab karyatar tatastha lakshana anya avatar aiche jane munigan. All these activities are his marginal characteristics. Great saintly persons understand the incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead by indication of two characteristics known as Swarup and Tatastha. All the incarnation of Krishna should be understood in that way. So this verse begins with Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So Acharyas have given reference to this sloka, this Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. In Bhagavatam 11th canto, chapter 16, text number 32, Lord Krishna himself says to Uddhava, Oja saho balvatam karmaham vidhi satvatam. Satvatam navamurtinam adi murti mahampara. Of the powerful I am bodily and mental strength, and I am the devotional activities of my devotees. My devotees worship me in 9 different forms, among which I am the original primary Vasudeva. And in the first paragraph of Prabhupada explains this Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. And then Prabhupada explains Janma Adi Asya Yataha. So Janma means creation and Adi means maintenance and destruction. Yasya means this manifested world and Yataha means that person. So Krishna is that person who is cause of creation, maintenance and destruction of this manifested universes. This is the first characteristics or feature of the absolute truth. And then the second is Anvayad itaratas cha arthesu abhigya. So Anvayad means directly, itarata means indirectly, cha means and arthesu means purposes. Abhigya means cognizant. So Krishna is directly and indirectly conscious of all manifestations. Krishna knows everything. And Krishna has said this in Bhagavad Gita. Vedaham samtitani vartmanani cha arjuna bhavishyani cha bhutani mam tu vedana kasyana. I know past, present, future, everything, but nobody knows me. And then the third feature is Swarat. Krishna is completely independent. There is no cause beyond Krishna. And in one prayer, 8th canto, Gajendra says, Namo namaste akhil karanaya niskaranaya adbhuta karanaya sarvagamamnaya maharnavaya namo apavargaya parayanaya. Namo namaste akhil karanaya. Krishna is cause of all causes. Niskaranaya. Krishna does not have any cause. And therefore Gajendra says, adbhuta karanaya. Krishna is wonderful cause. So this is the, Krishna is completely independent. This is the third feature. Fourth is, Tene Brahma Hirda Adi Kavi. Krishna imparted Vedic knowledge into the heart of Brahma Ji in the beginning of the creation. This is the fourth feature. And the fifth feature of the absolute truth is, Mohiyanti Yat Surya. In trying to understand Krishna, great sages, demigods are bewildered. One can appreciate this point when one reads Srimad Bhagavatam. It is very bewildering to understand Krishna. Brahmaji says, Jananta eva janantu kim bahuktayana me prabho manaso bapuso vacha vaibhavam tava gocharam. That people may say that I know Krishna. Let them say like this. But as far as I am concerned, with my mind, words and body, I cannot understand Krishna's opulence or Krishna. Bhishma Dev says, Nahi asya karha chidrajan puman ved vidit sitam yad vijigyasya yukta muhyanti kavayo apihi. nobody can understand plan of Krishna, or to understand the great sages are bewildered in their attempt to understand Krishna's plan. In third canto, Uddhava says, Karmani anihasya bhava bhavasyate, Durga asreya athari bhayat palayanam, Kala atmano yad pramada yutasrama, so atmana rate khidyati dhir vidamiha. My dear Lord, you are cause of everything and you are beyond all rules, regulation, but when you come to this material world, you act like an ordinary person. And the great soul's intelligence is bewildered seeing your activity. In Bhagavatam 2nd canto, this verse has come, Nantam vidamiha munyo agrajaste maya balasya kuto baraya. Maya balasya purusasya kuto baraya. Gayan gunan das satan adi deva seso adunapi samvasya nayasya param. Adi deva ananta sesa with his thousands of mouth. He is trying to enumerate, count the qualities and activities of Krishna since time immemorial, and till now he has not reached the end. So it's not easy to understand Krishna. Krishna himself says in Bhagavad Gita, Name vidu surgana prabham na maharishi aham adihi devana maharsinam cha sarvesam. Neither the host of demigods nor the great sages know my origin and opulence, for in every respect I am their source. So it's not easy to understand Krishna. And then Vyasdeva has given this line, Tejo Vari Mirdam. So this line is an explanation for the Muhyanti Yat Surya. So Tejo means fire, Vari means water, Mirdam means earth. So sometimes people, they get confused in their interaction with material element. Sometimes people see water and they think it is land. And sometimes they see land and think it is water. In Maya Sabha, Duryodhana saw water but he thought it is land. So he started walking, he fell in the water. Sometimes there is, in the desert there is mirage, from distance one sees there is water. So one thinks, let me go there and get water. But when one goes there, one finds there is no water. There is only appearance of water. Sometimes we see some hot object and we think it is not hot. So we touch and our hand is burnt. So we get bewildered in our interaction with this material elements. In the same way, great souls, demigods, they get bewildered in their attempt to understand Krishna. And then the sixth feature is Vinimaya Atra Tri Sargam Rasa. So Vinimaya means action and reaction. Atra Tri Sarga means there is reaction, action and reaction are three modes of material nature. So this entire world has manifested due to the action and reaction between three modes of material nature. And whatever has manifested due to the action and reaction of the three modes of nature, that is not real, temporary. But we consider it amrasa, real. Because three modes of material nature are energy of Krishna. So absolute truth, Krishna is that person by whom we get bewildered and we think that whatever we are seeing in this world or whatever is manifesting due to the interaction between three modes of material nature is real. But it is not real, it's temporary. And then Vyasdeva says, if this world is not real, if this world is temporary, then there has to be a real world. So Vyasdeva says, Dhamna Sevana Sada Nirasta. Dhamna Sevana Sada means Lord Krishna's eternal abode, Goloka Vrindavan, Vaikuntha Dham is eternal. Nirasta, Dhamna Sevana Sada, Nirasta Kuhukam, and there is no any illusory representations of this material world. And Vyasdev says, Satyam Param Dhimahi. I meditate upon that absolute truth. So in the second paragraph, Prabhupada says, Vasudeva Lord Shri Krishna is cause of all causes. So Prabhupada is explaining this Janma Adiyasya word. And then Prabhupada further describes, this work is described by Mahaprabhu Sri Chaitanya as the spotless Purana because it contains the transcendental narration of the personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. So, one Acharya, Srinath Chakravarti, in Chaitanya Mat Manjusa commentary, he has given 5 conclusive opinion of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu about Lord Sri Krishna Bhagavatam. So he says, Aradhyo Bhagwan Brajesya Tanaya Tadadham Vrindavanam Ramya Kachit Upasana Brajvadhu Bargena Va Kalpita Srimad Bhagavatam Pramanamlam Premo Pumartho Mahan Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Matamidam Tatra Dharanaparaha. So according to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, our Aradhya Bhagwan is, our supremely worshipable Lord is Brajesh Tanya, son of Nanda Maharaj Krishna. And his Dham Vrindavan is equally worshipable. And then Ramya Kachit Upasana Brajvadhu Barge Nava Kalpita. The best form of worship of Krishna is the way in which gopis worshipped Krishna. And Srimad Bhagavatam is the best Purana. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has accepted this. And the topmost attainable goal of life is prema. This is the opinion of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this Bhagavatam is accepted by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as the topmost Purana. And even Vyasdev says in the second verse, Kimva Parair, there is no need for any other books. So Srimad Bhagavatam is sufficient. And then in the third paragraph, Prabhupada explains this Janma Adiyasya again. It is natural that a philosophical mind wants to know about the origin of the creation. At night he sees the stars in the sky and he naturally speculates about their inhabitants. Such inquiries are natural for man because man has a developed consciousness which is higher than that of the animals. So there are many people, they ask, what is the origin of this universe? Or they ask about so many things. So Vyasdev is giving answer in the very beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam. Janma Adiyasya Yataha. Krishna is the origin of everything. Everything has come from Krishna. And Prabhupada writes that there are atheists of various categories who do not believe in a creator. But that is due to a poor fount of knowledge. And Prabhupada has given one example. The modern scientist, for example, has created space satellites. And by some arrangement or other, these satellites are thrown in outer space to fly for some time at the control of the scientist who is far away. Similarly, all these universes with innumerable stars and planets are controlled by the intelligence of personality of Godhead. And then Prabhupada writes, in Vedic literature it is said that the absolute truth personality of Godhead is chief amongst all living entities, all living personalities. So in Katha Upanishad there is a verse which says, Nityo nityanam chetna chetananam iyoko bahunam yo vidhati kaman. So Prabhupada is quoting this verse to explain that how there are so many eternal living entities, but there is one supreme eternal being who is maintainer of all other eternal subordinates. And Prabhupada has quoted this sloka also. Matta parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya kinchidasti dhananjaya mai sarvamidam pravotram sutre mani ganaiva. Because it is admitted in Bhagavad Gita by Krishna himself that Krishna is Supreme Lord. So the translation of verse is, there is no truth superior to me. There is no truth superior to me. There is no truth superior to me. And as Paul, everything is existing because of me only, as pearls are strung in a thread. So Krishna is the cause of everything. And then Prabhupada explains this. Unscrupulous persons go immediately to the 10th canto and especially to the 5 chapters which describe the rasa dance. This portion of Srimad Bhagavatam is most confidential part of this great literature unless one is thoroughly accomplished in the transcendental knowledge of the Lord. One is sure to misunderstand the Lord's worshipable transcendental pastimes called rasa dance, his love affairs with the gopis. So we see in this world that there are many people who do not know that who is Krishna, and they think that Krishna is like us. So they read rasa dance and they indulge in illicit activities. So therefore Prabhupada was once in South India, and there was one couple who said, can you tell us about Rasa Leela? Prabhupada said, no, I cannot speak. And then they said, we consider Krishna like our son, so please speak, please speak. Prabhupada said, you may be qualified, but I am not qualified. Prabhupada did not speak about Rasa Leela. And then in the further Prabhupada writes, Srimad Bhagavatam is the narration of the Swarupa of the Lord manifested by his internal potency. So this Srimad Bhagavatam is Krishna himself. There is verse also which says, Krishna swadham upagate dharma gyan adi visa kalau nashta disamesa puranarko adhanodita. When the Naimisaranya sages asked Suta Goswami, where did dharma take shelter after the departure of Lord Sri Krishna? So Suta Goswami said, the sages took shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam because Krishna again appeared Puranarko Adhanodita in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam. So Bhagavatam is Krishna himself. And Prabhupada writes, this potency is distinguished from the external potency which has manifested the cosmic world, which is within our experience. Srila Vyasdev makes a clear distinction between the two in this sloka. Sri Vyasdev says herein that the manifested internal potency is real, whereas the external manifested energy in the form of material existence is only temporary and illusory, like the mirage in the desert. In the desert mirage there is no actual water, there is only the appearance of water. Real water is somewhere else. The manifested cosmic creation appears as reality, but reality of which this is but a shadow is in the spiritual world. Absolute truth is in the spiritual sky, not the material sky. In the material sky, everything is a relative truth. That is to say, one truth depends on something else. This cosmic creation results from interaction of the three modes of nature, and the temporary manifestations are so created as to present an illusion of reality to the bewildered mind of the conditioned soul. So Prabhupada is explaining about how Vinimaya Atratri Sarga, by the interaction between three modes, so many things have manifested in this world. Though they are temporary, but we accept them as permanent, real. And Prabhupada explains this, that like a magician, when one goes to see magic, sometimes they make a person lie on the table and then they cut the person into two. And those who are audience, they are very much surprised. They think that this person has cut him into two pieces, and they don't know how he has done. The audience do not know the trick, but the magician, he had some trick, some manipulation, because of which he did it. So after some time, what does he do? The magician put a cloth before him, and then the person, he jumps up and starts dancing. So though the person was not cut into half, it was only because of some trick of the magician. All the people were seeing that, oh, this person was cut into half, but the reality is something else. In the same way, whatever we see in this world has manifested due to the three modes of material nature. It's supreme. Krishna is known as Yogeshwara, supreme magician. So by his yogic potency, he has created this world in such a way that people become attached, people become attracted to this world, and they think that this world is everything. But we saw in Bhagavatam, Vyasdev is telling that this world is temporary. Hare Krishna. So if anybody has any question, they can ask. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. So my question is, you said Supreme Personality, Absolute Truth is directly and indirectly Abhigya, cognizant. So can you explain what does directly and indirectly means here?
In purport, Prabhupada writes, since the complete whole or absolute truth is the source of everything, nothing can be independent of the body of the absolute truth. Whatever happens to the body quickly becomes known to the embodied. Similarly, the creation is body of the absolute whole. Therefore, the absolute knows everything directly and indirectly that happens in the creation. So if something happens in my body, I come to know. So because it is happening in my body. So similarly, this whole world is body of Krishna. So he knows what is happening where, because he is avijja, cognizant. And many examples Prabhupada has given in this purport.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. So thank you, Prabhuji. It was nice session. Although this verse is very big verse, even Bhakti Sans Maharaj took 3 months to describe this. So you have quoted various examples, various verses from various scriptures, and then examples also to elaborate those each and every word of the verse. Like you quoted examples of mirage, then catching the hot substance. So these things are there. And then various quotations of Prabhupada also, what he said about atheist and how he answered to that person who wanted to see Ras Lila. First of all, you should understand the first verse of Bhagavatam. So then he can, and then example of magician also. So various things were there in the first verse only. So you covered that. Room for improvement as such I don't find, but still I can, in your flow I guess that I could not get the connection with the total supremacy of Lord. Examples were there, everything was there, but still I could not connect with the totality of the verse. Like others, everything I find good. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Shri Krishna Govind Prabhu, thank you for a well prepared presentation. And so you definitely explained the verse nicely, various aspects of the verse, and along with various examples and some analogies were there. One point for preaching application did mention about creation. Hmm. You quoted many verses from memory. That was very good. You learnt a number of verses. Hmm. At same time, Srila Prabhupada in that purport itself has given so many points for preaching application. Regarding creation, one thing you mentioned, I think, about the satellites and how the scientists are controlling the satellites and how Lord is controlling so many planets. Another example Prabhupada is giving is about watchmaker. So somebody may say, oh, the God is like watchmaker. But then Prabhupada says, no, but even if he says watchmaker, he is making male and female watches. Prabhupada is refuting. So like that, there are points for preaching application. And definitely some points for Srila Prabhupada's mood and mission are required. How Srila Prabhupada established Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, wrote the Srimad Bhagavatam and preached this message throughout the world. So Prabhupada's mood and mission points are required. Some points for personal application. If we understand this knowledge, then how does it affect our lives? Srila Prabhupada in the purport is also refuting Mayavad, correct? So he's talking about how the Mayavadis are not independent, they are dependent on rich disciples, though they claim themselves to be God. So all these points and personal application. So if we understand this subject matter, then we can increase our surrender, we can increase our dependence on the Lord. So all these points have to be, so we have given you all these criteria, no? So you have to fulfill all of these. And so, for the description of this verse, of course, you were not there for these lectures, correct? So when we were discussing this verse, then we were taking part of the verse and connecting it to part of the purport. Because Srila Prabhupada's purport is not in sequence of the verse. But when we were discussing the verse, we discussed it that way. So there's a part of the verse and you have to connect it to part of the purport, which is talking about that part of the verse. So that is how it should be explained. So you explain the verse and then you started describing purport. So then they're like two different things. So no, it should not be. So both should be correlated. That's what our Kurma Kripa Prabhu was telling. So there must be some correlation between the two. And then there will be a proper flow. Okay, no? So, whatever presentation we give, not only this presentation, anywhere in the world when we give presentation, any class, if we cover all these points, it will be a good presentation. I'm telling this for everyone. Any class we give, if we cover all these aspects, personal application, preaching application, mode and mission, and of course the philosophical aspect, if we cover all these aspects in any class, it will become an interesting class. There will be some variety. Correct? Okay. But we definitely appreciate your very nice preparation, and you nicely quoted a number of verses and tried to explain the verse. So thank you very much. Let's show appreciation to Shri Krishna Govind Prabhu. Hari Bo. Any comments?
No, Prabhuji.
Yeah, anyway, you had 4 minutes more to complete. Hare Krishna. Okay, Gayatri break. And after that, who's presenting? Huh? अरे देखो ना, यहाँ स्केड्यूल में क्या लिखा है आप देखिए. ये स्केड्यूल सबको भेजा है ना? हाँ, तो स्केड्यूल में क्या लिखा है? स्केड्यूल में लिखा है सुंदरान ठाकुर प्रभु, else His Grace Ram Govind Prabhu's last year Shivan. और ये दो महारथी है या नहीं, गोपालानंद प्रभु और राधा रस प्रभु? हाँ, वो तो है. So he's coming. अच्छा, ठीक है. Okay, he'll just come for his presentation. Good. ठीक है. Anyways, तो आपका तैयारी है या नहीं, आप बताइए. आपका तैयारी नहीं है तो अभी हम ब्रेक लेंगे, हाँ, और फिर जल्दी शुरू करेंगे, फिर ब्रेक में आप तैयारी करो। क्या यस क्या? अच्छा, गायत्री ब्रेक क्या है? 1 घंटा ब्रेक, लॉन्ग ब्रेक। अभी कितना हो गया? 12। नहीं, 1 घंटा ब्रेक ना, 1 घंटा ब्रेक मतलब 1:15। ओके ओके, इफ यू स्टार्ट एट 1:30, फिर उसके बाद कितने हैं? नहीं, वो राधा रसबेर प्रभु आएंगे तो 3 है ना। हाँ, call and find out, no? हाँ, वही तो, जल्दी हो जाएगा तो अच्छा है ना।